I paid the fees for about 1 year.
For the language course?
Language course.
Okay.
But luckily enough, within 6 months, I could finish the levels they were looking for. So.
Okay. So the depth, were you using English there when you were doing your research?
Yes, I was using English. But
when you wanted to study pharmacy?
Yes.
You needed the Dutch language.
Yes.
Okay. We take this short break. When we come back, we'll continue with Dr. Laryea.
Go.
Welcome back, viewers.
On this program, Focus on Africans, hosted by the popular Pan-African writer Femi Akomolafe, who has devoted his entire life to championing African cause, we highlight this problem and try to look for solutions. Focus on Africans is a program to watch, to meet with those with passion to build a better African for ourselves and the coming generations. Focus on Africans. Together, we can build a better Africa.
Welcome back, viewers. The program is still focused on Africans, and we're with Dr. Justice Laryea, who is telling us about his life experience. So, you've mastered the language after 6 months.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you study then?
I went to Utrecht
University.
Yes, I inquired before. They say if I could make the language to NT2, that's Nederland Taal Niveau 2, they could admit me. So I went to show them that I got it within 6 months. I said, congratulations, you can study. But there was a very annoying story about the whole thing.
That is?
I inquired before I started at school, you know, like I told you, when I went from technical school, I was going to secondary school, I went to inquire, they said you can start from
third year.
These people told me they could give me a lot of exemptions if I could pass the language. So when I passed, I came to the study coordinator and I said, look, you told me I could get a lot of exemptions because I've done chemistry. But it was very difficult to release it. They didn't want to give it to me.
Why was that?
I don't know.
They didn't explain to you why they didn't want to?
I had a feeling they didn't just trust my certificate from Africa.
Okay.
So I got mad. Instead of doing the course for, I said, okay, I'll do everything all over.
Okay. So
I said, are you sure? I said, I'll do all over. So I did the whole course all over.
How many years did that take you?
8 years.
Instead of 4 years?
Instead of 3 years.
5 years extra?
Yeah.
But you were determined to do it?
I wanted to show them that I could do it. I had nothing to lose.
Except 5 years?
Yes.
And for you, was that a good penalty to pay?
Yes.
To prove a point?
There are two reasons why I did that. I was so mad, really mad. And I said, if I quit this study, yeah, because there have been Ghanaians who were born here, their parents live here, they pay their fees for them and that kind of things, who, due to these frustrations, they stopped the school. I know one of the guys, I don't want to mention him, but he's not a security man, he's people. I met this guy when I was studying. He was already in 3rd year. But he stopped because of he couldn't understand the
frustration.
Yeah. You know, but I wasn't afraid because I knew in US I didn't have problems studying.
Okay. You knew you could make it.
I knew I could make it, but the language was a little bit difficult.
Many Africans put this type of things to racism.
Yeah, it could be a mixture of that, I don't know. But I mean, I don't really care about what they were doing. All I wanted to do
get your certificate.
Get my certificate, get away from the place.
You concluded it after 8 years?
Yes.
And then
yes. Yeah, well, actually I could have done it within 6 years, but I didn't have scholarship, so I stopped working sometimes. Maybe, I think I remember I stopped about 6-7 months. And then I worked in England, and I came back
to continue.
Yeah.
Okay. After then your studies, what did you do?
The day I graduated, I got a job.
The day you graduated, you got a job? Okay.
Even I got a job before I graduated because somebody told me. Somebody was following me.
Tell us.
He said when I was graduating, now when I was, before you graduate, you have to defend your thesis. So this guy was asking so many questions during my thesis. I don't know, so I had an impression the guy he wanted to knock me down or he wanted to disgrace me or something. So when after I asked him, who are you? He said, I want to employ you.
Just like that?
Yes, he said, I'll have a pharmacy. Yeah, big pharmacy. I want to employ you. I want to see
a Dutch guy?
Yes, he's a Dutch guy. So after my graduation, he came to the graduation.
Okay.
And then he told me he's got a offer for me in Amsterdam if I want to come to Amsterdam. I said okay.
And you took it up.
I took it up. Yeah. But
interesting story. Can you tell us what happened later?
Yeah, I worked there. I worked there for about a year, but you know, the one I met, no, actually, I think that when they employed me, there was no pharmacist in at that place. But before you can own your pharmacy and be work alone, stand alone, you need some experience.
Okay.
So you need to work with somebody who's been on the field for about some
years.
But I met a lady who's a terrible pharmacist where I was working with. So I don't want to go into that story. I decided I'm not going to stay here. So I went to Ghana on holidays. When I came back, I had another job.
Okay.
So I just shifted from there to that place.
And looking at your progression in Europe, will you put it to luck or hard work or combination?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The first impression about when someone sees a black person is dumb, is stupid, because sometimes because of our ambassadors who's been here before, most of them didn't take the challenge
to defend us.
The defenders, they seek to easier ways, and their mind was not prepared for a long term. It's prepared for very short term. They want money. Money, and that is well, if you want money, you can make money in Europe. But I'm sorry to say, if you are cleaning, or you are a security man, and you use cleaning, you cannot do the whole day. So if you clean in the night or in the evenings, and you use the daytime to study, along the line you drop the cleaning and you continue with what you study. There are possibilities here. Not everybody came with that kind of maybe the strong will or cleverness to go through. It's a pity. But those who have it and they spilt it, that's what I'm at.
Yeah, well, why I ask that question is it's a sad thing for me whenever I come to Europe. Whichever airports you travel through, the people cleaning the place are always black.
Let me tell you another story.
How do you feel about it? Yeah.
Let me tell you another story. Along the line, when you are studying, you have to do a research. And you can choose any other place to do it. And I did mine in England. Sorry, I did it in England. And when I was going, I went with I went once with a group of supervisors. And a colleague under students. And that means we went on a seminar, I think, and we all had badges on our chest.
Pocket,
I think I went with 7 white people, 2 professors and some other colleagues. I can't remember all of them. But I'm the only black person among the whole group. When we were leaving Schiphol, we were walking along in a tunnel. Like you said, anybody I meet is black person. So my colleagues turned and looked at me. That guy is a very funny guy. I don't want to mention his name. But I know he was telling me a story. He was telling me something, sending me a message.
He turned back to look at you.
He turned back to look at me. I was working with him, but he doubled up to join the other group.
Leaving you behind?
I mean, I don't care. I know he was making a joke, but he was telling me something. Anybody that means you go back, you belong here. Where are you going with us?
But how do you normally feel?
I don't mind, I don't care. I will even let me tell you, when I was studying in the university, one of the lecturers called me and asked me. No, not called me. During the lectures, I don't know what happened, but he doesn't like me. I know he doesn't like me, but he said to me, look around you. How many blacks do you see in the classroom? Only you.
He told you to your face?
Yeah. And then the whole class was quiet. And then I was so mad. If I would say this guy, I would beat him. So I was quiet. I didn't say anything. And then he said, black, the guy the professor is crazy. I know he's crazy. He's not a professor. He's not even a doctor. He's not even an MSc student.
Really?
Oh, he's just a teaching assistant. He's crazy. I don't want to mention his name. He's now he's lying. I know he's.
But was a prejudice.
Yeah.
He was very prejudiced.
He was from beginning, from the year, second year up to the last year. He was following me. He told me, go and play football because you black are good at football. Nobody said something in the classroom, but when we had break and we were sitting in the canteen, and I gave one of the students a sharp blow in the canteen, and everybody was asking, why? And then some of them told me, leave him alone. You know why he gave him the blow? And then he said, one of them said, when the lecturer was saying that in the class, nobody reacted. But now you are coming to ask him in the canteen, like you are siding with him. He has got a right to give you a blow.
Okay. So, you're running your own business in Amsterdam, Dutch city.
Yeah.
How did you get into establishing your own?
That's another long story, but let me make it short. I worked with different companies, different big multi companies, and actually I landed in a village in Dordrecht.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed the work about every 2-3 years. I just tried to change my work because I got a better offer.
Okay.
So I moved to Dordrecht and I was there and I worked I think 5 years there. And the company I pushed the company up.